I love this conglomeration of gay. All right, that's one. But I want to say, 50 years ago, I said, and often, I said, I don't want to be identified with those queens. Okay. And then Stonewall happened. And they overturned a couple of police cars and changed my life. Okay. And it was the beginning of my sense of community. And then, okay, some of you are too young to know, there was a long period when there were gay men's events and lesbians events. Fewer lesbians events, by the way. But never the twain met. Some of us had friends on the other side of the wall, but not a lot. And certainly not most of our social lives. And when the AIDS crisis happened, in the middle of the pain and the illness, okay, and the terror, okay, the lesbians came pouring in to act as caregivers, to carry out the garbage, to buy the groceries, to do the laundry, okay. And sitting at my table is one of those lesbians, okay, but it's just incredible. The result was, okay, of course, the disease went on. We had a great deal to deal with. Guys like Larry Kramer were fighting till we got drugs. All of that happened terribly. But the glorious thing that happened was that wall between us came down, and we saw each other for the first time. And when we saw each other, we loved what we saw, and our self-esteem began to grow. And with that we began to come out. And more of us came out. And some of us were forced out still during the plague. Okay, but our community was growing and spreading, and for me, life was filling up. And then when the DOMA cases started pouring into the courts, people came out in droves, and the more of us came out, the more came out. So it was safer and better and wider spread, and again, I kept looking and seeing my community, and being in love, okay, truly. And then when, of course, our case, was affirmed in every way, people began not just to marry, okay. It wasn't just us, okay, that gained the self-esteem, but a lot of the straight world. As you all know, the percentages of approved of us changed, okay? And it changed because they saw us and understood it was their kids and their sisters and their brothers and their on and on, okay? And they saw us, and they saw that we didn't have horns, okay? Okay, and we really weren't out to destroy society, okay? I mean, they saw us as people who lived and loved as they did, whose kids played with their kids and went to school with their kids. And so the world began to get better. Now, we all know, my feeling is, for me, if I had to survive Thea, what a glorious world I lived in. I live in this world of love and community and joy, and I thank everyone in this room for it. I really do. And I just want to add, we are not done by a long shot. I think of the people in this room as kind of the mainstream gays now, okay? But there are tons of gays who are hidden still, who have no money, okay, who have none of the things that we have, okay? And we have to be responsible for them, and we have to help make everything possible for them. Okay, and I just want to add, the trans people are just beginning to make a lot of progress, but there's a ton left to do, a ton. And lastly, the kids who are living in the street, because they had the same courage we had to come out, and their parents threw them out with that thing. I forget, it's something like close to 2 million kids in this country who are gay on the street. And God knows that we have to be responsible for that. To the extent that the government will not take over, we must, okay, and do it. So I thank you all for this great world I live in. That's all I have to say.